Hi everybody. I am going to do a video about saving money, and this is specifically for crafting, mainly for stamping or paper crafting because I'm relatively new to that. So I want to share what I have learned about saving money because I am on a budget, but I've luckily been able to buy some really nice things by shopping carefully and wisely. So I made a list, and I was going to put something nice and cute that I made on my table, but the cat decided otherwise. But anyway, here's some things I would like to share. And there are several stamp companies, some big, some small, and they like to have new release days. So the trick to new releases is they don't it seems like they don't like to compete with each other, so it seems like one company will have it one month and then the next company will have theirs the next month. But anyway, you have to be careful because just because it's new does not mean that you need to buy it. What I do is when they come out with their new releases, because they create a lot of hype about this, so it gets you all excited and you can't wait and you can't wait, and then they release it and then you buy it all. And so what I do is I wait until they come out, and then I will make a list of, oh, this is really cute, I'd like this, and oh, this is cute and I'd like that. And then I check the list, after the release is done. I'll check the list in like 2 weeks, and here to find out that some of the things I have written down is I actually decide that I don't want them. So that's a good tip and I do that with things that aren't new releases too. Like I'll see a stamp set I want. Like for example, I just seen this real cute stamp set I wanted, and it was a cat stamp set, and I had written it down. And then 2 weeks later, I came back to look at my list because I had other items on my list too, and I don't want that cat stamp anymore. So that saved me, 15 bucks plus shipping. So that's what I do, and yeah, and I write down what I want, then I go back in a couple of weeks and check it, and I update the list often. But I add my list is in my phone, and I add things. And another way to save money is buy used. Because like our Goodwill tends to have lots of good stamps, and mostly Stampin' Up! Stamps. And I'll buy them if they're $1.99 or less, or if it's half off day or something like that. But I don't buy them all because they're cheap. I actually look through them and go, oh, how many times would I use this stamp? I don't tend to buy many Christmas stamps because I'm not going to make that many Christmas cards, and I don't really decorate for Christmas. So I stay away from the Christmas type stamps. But like all these boxes here, these white boxes, those all have Christmas, or not Christmas stamps, but Stampin' Up! Stamps from Goodwill. And they're woodblock stamps, but I don't mind that. And actually, sometimes I actually peel the stamp off the woodblock and use it that way. And another thing is like ink. Oh, there are so many different inks out there. There's pigment ink, there's dye ink, and every company has their own colors. And they all have cute names, like cracked pistachio and abandoned coral and mermaid lagoon. They have super cute names, but again, like here's my inks, and these were all bought used. And look I paid $1. And these actually came from my sister, and this wasn't $3, it was actually $1. But she went to a craft sale type thing, and those were all on sale, so for $1. They're used, but they were still juicy, so she picked me up 20 of them. Because I tend not to use colored inks that much. I mostly use black ink. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on different inks. And like if I want to try an ink, I'll wait till they go on sale and I'll buy, an ink pad when I'm ordering something. I never order just ink because I'm not going to pay shipping for one ink pad. But that's how I save money in that, buying used. And search YouTube. Like I really like enamel dots, but enamel dots are really expensive. And I did search YouTube on how to make enamel dots. And there is a very easy way to make enamel dots. And I have made hundreds of them. This is full of enamel dots. Just, both sides have enamel dots. So, yeah, I stick them in I have a note, they go in my oven. These are perler beads, and they go in my oven at 300 degrees for 35 minutes, and I get the perfect dot. So that's another way to save money, is search YouTube, and you might be able to make something for less than what you could buy it for. And just because a store has a coupon, like Joann's and Hobby Lobby and Michael's, they frequently send you 40% off coupons. Just because they gave you a coupon does not mean you have to go and shop. Like recently there was a 60% off coupon, and you could use it for 3 days. Each day you could use a 60% off coupon. Well, I only used it on one day. I didn't go back the other 2 days. I just used it on one day. And I picked out an item that I had on my list that I'd been wanting, and that's what I used my 60% off coupon. And wait for sales, because like Joann Fabrics, they frequently have their scrapbooking items go on sale for 40% off. So wait for the sales, and the sales come out like different times, like around Christmas. They just had a 40% off 2.5 weeks ago, and there's Labor Day sales. There's all sorts of sales. And another good thing is like I wanted a good set of colored pencils, but the set I wanted was quite expensive. So for my birthday, I asked my mother for those, and I gave her the website where to buy them from, and so she did buy those for me for my birthday. And Christmas, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ask for a certain specific thing for Christmas from my mother, and maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, or maybe a gift card. Ask for gift cards to like the crafting places. And you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. And by that I mean, just because somebody else bought it doesn't mean you have to buy it. Again, the list. Excuse me. The list, make a list, visit it frequently to make sure that that's the items you want. And lots of places sell like card kits, and they have like monthly card kits. I don't do these because I have heard other people say that they don't use everything in the kit, or they haven't even opened up their kits. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to try the kits. And it's easy to spend a lot of money on crafting items. And the way I help so I don't spend that much is if I don't have the cash, I don't get it. I don't use credit cards for my crafting. A person could easily get over their head in debt by using a credit card. So if I don't have the cash, I don't buy it. And I don't buy every newfangled item that comes out, every new gadget. I wait, after it comes out to see how other people like it. So that saved me a lot of money because, boy, I'm a gadget girl. I could buy every gadget there is, but there's some that don't last, that they release them. Oh, this is a great gadget. Then next thing you know, 3 weeks later, it's discontinued. So I wait, and I'll search YouTube to see what other people's reviews are. but you have to be careful of reviews because some people are paid to say that the product is great. So I tend to rely on videos. I watch several videos to make sure that they're all saying the same thing. And again, I buy used a lot. And I do like to stay organized because if I can't find it, I can't use it. And then I might, accidentally double buy. And I'm not crazy organized, but I'm organized good enough. Like I have like my sequins over here in the boxes and some micro beads and stickers and in these binders are my stamps. I have them in pockets and I put them in binders. I don't keep them in bins just for the fact that I watch my grandchildren and I have little kids of my own, so I have to keep everything up because I have to scrap in my living room. I do have a sewing room, but I can't leave the kids unattended while I go and scrapbook, or stamp. So I do it here in my living room, so I just have to make sure things are put up. And like my file cabinet, that's another thing. You don't have to go crazy on paper. This is a used file cabinet. I got this from Goodwill for $1.99. And, this is like some shrink film and stickers, for labels, and acetate sheets and some laminating pockets. And then down here is where I keep my paper. You don't have to go crazy buying paper. And like for pattern paper, I don't buy the real expensive designer paper. I mostly buy the hot buy paper from Michaels, and I wait till that goes on sale for even cheaper. And I have it in one of those, milk cartons. That's as many 12 by 12s as I have. Is what fits in one of those, square milk cartons. And because I'm not going to buy the real expensive paper, because really in 3 years are people going to even notice that it's a designer paper, that it's really expensive paper. So I haven't bought any real expensive paper. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to, but I just don't find the need for it. And I use my scraps a lot. Like, for example, this is a bag I had. I didn't go out and buy it special. But this is what I have my scraps in. And this is the only scraps that I have. So I'm not going to, get a great big bin going of scraps. I'm going to use what I have. And this works out good for me, keeping it in this little case. But those are my tips. I'm sure I've missed some things. I'm sure some people won't agree with me, but that's okay. But that's how I save money, and one of the biggest ways I save money is by writing down items and checking back to see if I still want them, and not buying things when they first come out, and by living off a cash basis only. If I don't have the cash, I don't buy it. But I hope this helps maybe somebody who's new, or maybe somebody who needs a little extra help on trying to figure out how to save money so they can buy, life essentials. So thanks for watching. Bye.